Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the gym here at Newton North High School in Newton, Massachusetts. Here to bring you today's high school varsity boys volleyball contest between the hosting Tigers of Newton North High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Well, I don't know about you folks, but I couldn't be more excited to be back here streaming some good old high school volleyball. We're a little under 10 minutes away from getting this one underway. We're a few games into the season, but for me, this will be my first game covering Brookline High volleyball this year. And I'm excited to be here. I hope you guys are too. Remember, as always, if you enjoy this live stream, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I'll be back on the volleyball court on Thursday, but back in Brookline as the Warriors will be hosting Natick on Thursday at 4, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribing to the channel can help. And, of course, as always, if you have anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. Could be as simple as go Brookline or go Newton North. No matter who you're rooting for, we appreciate the good vibes being brought and the good sportsmanship in the live chat. We love seeing people support their teams and these student athletes. And on that note, if there are any student athletes you want to give a specific shout out to, maybe you're tuning in to watch a family member or a player, you want to give them a shout out in the chat. That's always a good reason. Maybe you want to let us know where you're tuning in from. One of the cool things about these online live streams is that people can tune in from literally all over the world so long as they got a Wi-Fi connection. So if you want to let us know where you're tuning in from, that can be a fun thing to do in the live chat. If you notice any technical difficulties with the chat, not with the chat, any technical difficulties with the stream, either with the audio or the video, please speak up in the live chat. It might be something I don't notice on my end, and it might be something I can fix. You might notice the lighting is a little bit darker than some other streams I usually like to do inside gymnasiums. I have to have my camera's exposure on auto because Newton North's gym has those glass doors leading to the outside, and so a lot of sunlight gets in. So if I set it to manual, it's going to, and try and up the exposure, it's going to completely blow it out because of the sunlight coming in on the left side. But if you notice, things like that can be things you can contribute in the live chat too, just to let me know, if there's anything you don't like about the stream from a technical sense. And then also just from my broadcasting sense, from my commentary standpoint, feel free to say anything. In particular, if you notice me flubbing the pronunciation of anyone's names, a lot of new players on this year's Brookline squad. I might be butchering some of their names. This is my first game covering them. For Newton North, I'm hoping I'll get a copy of their roster sent up to me soon. I was told an assistant coach would come up and give me a copy. So hopefully that happens. At present moment, I don't have a roster for Newton North, so I can't read that off. But if there are any Newton North fans in the live chat watching the stream, and you want to just let me know who a certain player of a certain number is, and then if I get the roster later on and you hear me pronouncing someone's name and you hear me absolutely butchering the pronunciation, you can correct me in the live chat. And we've got our first note in the live chat from Daniela Tomer, watching number 9 on BHS from Brussels, watching all of BHS. That is awesome. And of course, number 9 for Brookline, Amir Tomer, among the roster for the 2023 Boys Volleyball Warriors. And on that note, let's read through the roster of this year's Brookline High squad. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a sophomore, number 1, Kristaps Vivars. Number 2, a junior, Eli Traub. Another junior, number 3, Zachary Boyer. A sophomore, number 6, Connor Christopher. A junior, number 7, Odin Hiltz. A freshman, number 8, Nico Gutierrez. A freshman, number 9, Amir Tomer. A junior, number 10, Anuj Majumder. A senior, number 11, Charlie Purdue. A senior, number 12, Gabe Nobrega. A senior, number 14, Declan DeYoung. A senior, number 18, Ellis Cowan. A freshman, number 19, Alec Smagula. A senior, number 21, Cam Jilek. A sophomore, number 33, Andrew Bacon. A freshman, number 42, Liam Raybold. And a freshman, number 43, Merrick Stein. Head coach of the Brookline High boys volleyball team is Dana Jones. We got another note in the live chat from Vonzella Bryant. Go Brookline from the Lower Cape. Yeah, Nico G. Referring, of course, to Brookline's number 8, Nico Gutierrez. Sorry about that. Someone came by, wanted to make sure we were going live here. But it's nice to see we've got some fan excitement here in the chat already. And we're about 2 minutes away from getting this one started. Scoreboard clock just right over there on our left, but I'm going to keep my camera angle centered here so that you can see all the action. I know it's a little bit zoomed out as compared with you know, my usual angle at Tappan Gym, but you know, the feedback I've consistently gotten from volleyball fans is they like to be able to see the entire court. You know, they don't want me to just move the camera back and forth and follow the ball. They want to be able to see the entire picture. So, you know, if that consensus changes, you know, if you don't like this angle, you know, I appreciate audience feedback in the live chat, but generally this is what people have liked, this is what people have asked for, so this is what I'm going with. And heck, it makes my job easier, you know. Don't have to follow the camera. I can just focus on following the action and giving my commentary. So I don't mind that one bit. Unfortunately, I still have not gotten a copy of the Newton North roster. So I'm just going to have to narrate the Newton North players by their jersey numbers, as I don't have their names. You know, and that's mostly my fault. You know, I got here a little later than I would have liked and wanted to make sure I got set up in time. But, you know, you work with what you've got. And so here we go, the two teams getting ready to get the first set underway. Two teams coming out for the traditional pre-game handshakes. It's one thing I like about volleyball, you know, and one thing I like about getting to cover multiple different sports, you get to see the different, you know, traditions of sportsmanship. I mean, other sports don't really have pre-game handshakes. Some of them might have post-game handshakes, but most of them don't do it pre-game, so I like that. Nice little unique touch for this sport. Two teams huddling up before they get this one underway. Now, for those of you, any of you who might be new to watching high school volleyball, the way it works is this. It's first to 25 points wins at the set. You have to win by 2, though, so if it's tied at 24, then you play until someone has a 2-point lead, and then that team wins the set. And it is best 3 sets out of 5. The first 4 sets are first to 25. If it goes to a 5th set, it will be first to 15, although still win by 2. Just a little bit of the basics. I know those of you watching who have been following volleyball for a long time are probably like, yeah, no duh, those are the basics. But just want to make sure everyone's up to speed as we get ready for this first set. Newton North going to get the opening serve. Looks like it's going to be number 14 sending it away. Brookline versus Newton North. Here we go. Serve is received by Brookline. Set, here comes Charlie Perdue with a tap right down the line, but wide. Just wide off the fingertips of number 11, Charlie Perdue. And so it is a 1-0 lead for the Tigers. Number 14 with the serve, received off the fingertips of Perdue, chased down by Vivars, bumped over by Raybold, taken back by Newton North, set by 14. Spike from 4 is blocked, but recovered by 18, but they could not get it back. I think that block was assessed to Liam Raybold, and so that will tie things up at 1 apiece. Oh, no, we got an injured Tiger down. That's Newton North's number 14. Boy, no matter who you're rooting for, you don't wish for anything like that. Certainly hope he is okay and that that's nothing major. But Newton North is going to have to sub him out so he can go and get looked at as number 24 comes in to replace him. And so we do return to the action for Brookline number 19, Alex Smagula on serve. A lefty serve is taken by number 11, set by 24, tapped over by 4, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula, spiked by Perdue, is recovered by 11, followed up by 10. Roll shot from 18, taken by Vivars, a little too close to the net, but kept alive, but not alive enough. That first hit is everything in volleyball. As you can see, if it's just a little off from where you want it to be, it can mess up the whole sequence. Newton North up 2-1. Number 5 serving for the Tigers. Up and over it goes, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. The spike goes down the line, but wide again. This time off the hands of Cam Jilek. As again, Brookline tries to go down the line and again misses wide. Number 5 back on serve for the Tigers. Taken by Tomer, bumped by Smagula. The spike from Purdue is dug out by 11, followed up by 24. Around the net, it gets over. Brookline trying to recover. It's pushed over by Purdue. Taken by 11, set by 24. The spike from 18 is blocked right back by Jilek. Recovered by Newton North. Bumped over and bumped over wide. Great efforts on the block by, I think it was either Cam Jilek or Liam Raybold. Can be so tough in the heat of the point to tell whose hands exactly got on that block, because it's almost always a double team effort. Charlie Purdue on serve for Brookline. Up and over it goes. Taken by 11, set by 24. Roll shot from 10, taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, but illegal set, and that's going to give the point to Newton North. Smagula was trying to get that set, but was a little too close to the net and had to angle his body a certain way and resulted in a double hit. Serve back to Newton North. This is number 13. Up and over and long. It is given right back to Brookline. Still a tight score here in the early stages. I saw a sub coming in for Brookline. I believe it's number 18, Ellis Cowan, replacing Liam Raybold. Amir Tomer, the libero, on serve for the Warriors. And, an illegal receiving formation against Newton North gives the point to Brookline. You don't see that call often, but you do see it from time to time, and you saw it there. All tied up now at 4 apiece. Now Tomer with the serve. Received awkwardly by 4, but recovered by 18 and bumped over by 24. Received by Tomer, set by Smagula. The spike goes all the way to the back line, but long. Again, just off the mark from Jilek. Brookline thought for sure they had that kill, but again, just off the line. Now Newton North back on serve. This is number 7. It is received by Brookline, set up for Vivars, and that spike is killed. Kristaps Vivars with the first kill of the day for Brookline and ties it up at 5. Yeah, it's hard to believe that 10 points in we get our first kill, but it's mostly been a lot of errors on both sides resulting in points. This one set by 7, spiked by 14, sails long, and Brookline now takes their first lead of the game. On serve now is Jilek, taken by 10 and a little too close to the net. Brookline putting a bit of streak of points together. They've now scored 3 straight and are up 7-5. Another serve from Jilek. This one taken by 10, set by 7. Tapped over by 10, received by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike to the corner and in for another kill. The sophomore Kristaps Vivars finding a rhythm here from the outside hitter spot. 8-5, the Brookline lead. Jilek serve, taken by 10, set by 7, spike 14, deflected and taken now by Purdue, set by Smagula. Spike from Jilek, it cannot be dug out. A kill for Cam Jilek. Five straight points for Brookline. Jilek back on serve. Taken by 10, set by 7. Quick spike is dug out by Tomer. Taken by 15, set by 7. Spike from 14 is received by Purdue, set by Smagula. Spike from Vivars. Another kill for Vivars. Timeout now called by Newton North. How about the play from Kristaps Vivars? Last year in his freshman season, he was used more as a depth piece and used more frequently as a middle blocker. But now, following the graduation of a number of key players, including primary hitters like Fletcher Poon and Jason Rich, Vivar is being asked to take on a much bigger role, and he is thriving in that role today. 3 kills so far for the sophomore. Six straight points for Brookline. And we'll see how Newton North adjusts. Jilek still on serve for the Warriors. Taken by 11, set by 7. 14 the spike, and 14 gets the kill there. Cowan and Smagula were trying to block it, but it went under their hands and into the net. Newton North breaks the scoring streak right out of the timeout, which is about ideal for them. Number 10, the serve right into the net, and that is less than ideal for the Tigers as they give it right back to the Warriors. Now Vivar's on serve. Taken by 11, set by 7. Quick spike from 15, dug out by Jilek, followed up by Tomer. Spike from Purdue is blocked. 14 and 15 were on the block there. And Newton North right back on serve as they trail 11-7. Number 11, the serve, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike from Cowan is dug out by 7, followed up by 11. Spike from 14, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Purdue, the spike. Purdue gets his first kill of the day. Sub coming in for Brookline. This is number 38, who is not on my roster, but I believe it is Odin Hiltz, who is listed as number 7. He comes in replacing Ellis Cowan. Serve comes over, set by 7, tapped over by 13, and it could not be dug out. 13 gets the kill that time. And now subbing out is Hiltz, as I believe they bring the libero Tomer back in. Number 14 on serve for Newton North, and right into the net it goes. The serving woes continue for the Tigers. Smagula back on serve for the Warriors. Taken by 4, set by 14, a little off the mark. They have to punch it over, but it's barely dug out. Pushed right back by 13, and he gets the kill there. Looks like I miscounted the points a little. It is 12-9, the Brookline lead. Number 5 on serve for the Tigers. Taken by Tomer, followed up by Purdue. Long spike from Jilek, dug out by 5, followed up by 14. Spike from 18, could not be blocked. (12-10) as Newton North building some momentum, getting back in this one. 5 back on serve. And that one sails long. You know, I've said it a million times covering volleyball, you've got to get your own serves in. Even if they're not the most powerful serves, just give your team a chance to win the rally and get the point. This serve from Purdue is going to go for the game's first ace. Boy, right as I say you don't need to go for the most powerful serve, just get it in. Purdue's like, oh yeah, watch this. 14-10. And that serve goes right into the net. So again, you see the rewards and the risks of going for those harder serves. Both ends of the pendulum right there from Charlie Purdue. The ace followed by the serving error. Looks like the officials discussing some things with the scorer's table. Looks like we're ready to play. Number 13 with the serve. Taken by Tomer. Followed up awkwardly by Smagula and bumped over by Jilek. Set now by 14. Spike from 10 is blocked back but recovered by 15. Set by 14. Another spike blocked back again but blocked wide. Brookline with some nice blocking there, but unfortunately Vivars did not have the angle on the block as it sails out. 2-point game here in the first set. 13 back on serve for Newton North. And that one's going to sail long. Substitution for Brookline, number 18, Ellis Cowan back on the floor, replacing number 42, Liam Raybold. Serve now from Tomer is going to sail. Two teams trading erroneous serves back and forth. Number 7 now on serve. It's taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek! Cam Jilek with his second kill of the day. Jilek, like Vivars, another player primarily used as a middle blocker last year, but he is bringing the smoke from all different hitting positions so far today. As he digs out that one, and it's spiked over by Vivars, perfectly placed on the roll shot by Kristaps Vivars. That is 4 kills now for the sophomore. Now that serve is going to sail long from Jilek. And you could tell that toss was just not where he wanted it to be. He goes for a running, jumping serve. And so that toss has really got to be properly placed. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to hit it right. Serve from Newton North, dug out by Tomer, set by Smagula. Quick spike is blocked right back by 15. Back to a 2-point game as, again, neither team, since that long streak of points under Jilek's serving, there's not really been any big, stretches of momentum, as that's another erroneous serve, giving it right back to Brookline. Game's been very back and forth. We haven't really seen any other big runs. Vivars the serve, taken by 10, set by 7. Spike from 14 is going to go for the kill. You could tell Jilek was kind of thinking on that hit, oh, if I had managed to let that one go, it probably would have sailed out. But when a ball is flying right at your face, there's not much you can do. 11 with the serve, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula, punched over by Cowan, taken by 7, followed up by 11. Spike 14, dug out, and spiked on 2, but long. Just like that, it's a 1-point game. Good hustle, I believe, by Jilek to dig that one out, and Smagula tried to follow up with an on-2 spike, but just sailed long. 18-17. Serve from 11. taken by Purdue. Sent over on 2 by Smagula, taken by 7, followed up by 11. Tapped over by 14 and off the net cord to tie it up. $18 apiece here in the first set. The serve, taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Purdue the spike off the net cord and taken by 7, followed up by 11. And an illegal set. So Brookline takes back the lead off the error from the Tigers. Odin Hiltz subs back in for Brookline, and he'll go on serve. And that serve's going to sail well long. And we're knotted up again at 19. And Hiltz subs back out. 14 now on serve for the Tigers. Serve taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Spike Raybold sails. Newton North, the first to reach the 20-point threshold, but just barely at 20-19. Remember, it is first to 25. Serve from 14, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Long spike from Vivars is also going to sail long. And a timeout now called by Brookline as Newton North starting to build just a smidge of momentum here in the late game in the first set. Stats so far for Brookline, and these are unofficial just from my own counts. I got 4 kills for Kristaps Vivars, 2 kills for Cam Jilek, 1 kill and 1 ace for Charlie Purdue, and 1 block for Liam Raybold. Unfortunately, I am unable to keep track of other stats like assists and digs. But out of the timeout, we're going to see how Brookline tries to adjust to try and recapture the momentum here in the late game in set number 1. 14 the serve, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Purdue punches it over awkwardly and a little too awkwardly. Are they saying that Purdue touched the net? We're not getting any signal on points, as it seems there is a bit of a discussion needed between the two judges. The far side judge is saying, I think that Purdue stepped over the mid-court line. And it looks like they are going to give that point to Newton North, I think. I'm waiting to see if the scoreboard updates. There it is. Serve comes over, taken by Tomer, a little too close to the net. Tomer tries to dig it out, and it cannot be punched over. Yes, it can. Somehow Brookline got that one over, and Newton North whiffed on the spike. What an insane point. I don't even know how to describe to you what just happened. But somehow Brookline gets the point back at a very crucial juncture. And now trailing 22-20, a big serve coming from Alex Smagula. It's taken by 4, set by 14. The spike is received by Vivars, set by Smagula. Purdue the spike. And they give the point to Brookline. I didn't even see what happened, but some kind of violation by Newton North makes it a 1-point game once again. This past couple of points have been hard to follow. Smagula, another serve, taken by 4, set by 14. Tap over by 18, taken by Tomer, back on 1, spiked right back, and that's going to be a big kill for Newton North. 23-21 the lead. The Tigers 2 points away from taking the first set. Brookline just as close to tying it. Number 5 on serve for the Tigers. Taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike from Jilek is going to go for the kill. Big spike from Cam Jilek, the senior, with his 3rd kill of the day so far, and brings Brookline back within 1. Charlie Purdue on serve. The serve taken by 11, set by 14, spike 18, blocked, but wait, they called the point for Brookline. Again, I'm a little confused on some of these calls here and there as we've got another timeout called. I can only assume that maybe, you know what, I'm not even going to pretend to know. I got nothing there. I don't know what happened. But what I do know is we're tied at 23 apiece. So no matter what, from this point, the winning deficit, the winning margin for this first set is going to be 2 points. Because it has to be at least 2. So what's going to happen is either somebody is going to get the next 2 points, or if we end up tied at 24, we're going to effectively go to kind of a deuce situation where you have to get 2 points in a row. Or, well, not 2 points in a row. You have to win by 2 points. So you either need to get 2 points, or if you trail by 1, you need to get 3 straight points. Brookline on serve here. Purdue's serve is dug out, a little close to the net, kept alive, punched over by 13, taken by Smagula, bumped by Tomer, spike Vivars, taken by 11, set by 14, spike by 10, blocked, and it's a good block! Raybold again! Brookline now at set point here, 24-23. Purdue's serve, taken by 10. They can't follow it up! Brookline takes the first set. Charlie Purdue with his 2nd ace of the set finishes it up at 25-23. So Brookline takes a big win in a hard-fought first set. And that is a big momentum establisher early in this match for Brookline. When you get a close, hard-fought set like that, you know, whoever wins it can get that big rush of adrenaline, that big rush of momentum going into the next set. Whereas the team that lost that hard-fought set, it can be a little deflating. So we'll see how Newton North responds. Happy to see fan participation in the live chat. Can tell Vonzella Bryant felt the intensity of that first set. A narrow win for Brookline, 25-23. Unofficial stats from that first set. Kristaps Vivars with 4 kills. Cam Jilek with 3 kills. Charlie Purdue, 1 kill, 2 aces. Liam Raybold with 2 blocks. So thus far, this match living up to the billing of a Brookline-Newton North matchup. Whenever these two local rivals face off, you know, you both want and expect a really good game whenever these two face off. And so far, that's what we're getting. I don't know if we're going to get a 2-point set every single set in this match. I don't expect us to. But boy, if that, doesn't that just welcome you right back to volleyball season, an intense set like that. And now it appears they're adding a couple of extra line judges. On the back lines. I know there were a couple of really close calls on the lines in that first set. So maybe that's why. You know, maybe one of these days there will be technology that's cheap enough and available enough that we could send instant replay from our video feed to them. But as of now, that's not something we have. And note I just got about something Newton North doesn't have. Two of their best hitters absent from this match, one injured and one on vacation. But here we go, start of the second set. Serve from Smagula is going to come in wide. And that's going to give Newton North the first point of the second set. Number 13 taking the first serve for Newton North. It's received by Purdue, set by Smagula, spiked by Purdue, threads the needle, but they give the point to Newton North. I think they're saying Purdue touched the net. And so it'll be 2-0. Newton North lead. Serve from 13, taken by Tomer, followed up by Purdue. Spike Jilek off the net cord, but recovered by 14, followed up by 4. Spike 10 is whiffed on. Two to 1, now the Newton North advantage. Charlie Purdue on serve for the Warriors. Barely dug out, kept alive, but they could not punch it over. And so Brookline ties it up at 2 apiece. Purdue's serve dug out this time, set by 14, spike by 18, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike, another kill for Kristaps Vivars. Brookline takes its first lead of the second set at 3-2. Serve from Purdue, taken by 4, set by 14. 10 the spike, gets through. Good spike from number 10, could not be blocked by Jilek and Raybold. Tied up at 3, number 7 on serve. Taken awkwardly by Vivars, kept alive by Smagula off the net, punched over by Raybold. And now sent right back down on 1 by Raybold, but recovered. Set by 7, spike 10. Recovered somehow by Jilek, pushed over by Raybold. Dug out by 11, followed up by 4. Bumped over by 10, taken by Tomer. Set by Smagula, spike Jilek. Dug out by 4. Off the net, it's kept alive, and it could not be punched over. A wild rally there, and Brookline ends up with the point. A number of great scrappy defensive plays by both teams to just keep that one alive. But ultimately, Brookline ends up with it. Serve from Tomer, taken by 10, followed up by 7. 10 pushes it over. Taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek! A laser from Cam Jilek right between the defenders for his 4th kill of the day. Amir Tomer back on serve. And that's an ace from Tomer. Went off the side of the arms of, I believe, number 11. Brookline now up 6-3. This one off the net cord. Back-to-back aces by Amir Tomer. How about the freshmen stepping up today? Amir Tomer and Liam Raybold. And unfortunately, we'll call that one the announcer jinx as Tomer sends that one into the net. But still, Tomer and Raybold in their first varsity seasons playing sizable roles here for Brookline. Serve from 10. Barely could not be dug out, and that's going to be an ace for number 10. Another serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Quick spike from Ellis Cowan. So the senior Ellis Cowan secures his first kill of the day. 8-5 the Brookline lead. Jilek on serve. Punched over, taken by 10. Set by 24. The spike from 14 could not be kept alive. That one way too powerful to be stopped. And Newton North takes it right back. Boy, when the 3-hit sequence works just that well, you know, even the best possible defense can't necessarily stop it. We've seen hits like that from both sides here and there. As number 11 sends this serve over, it is taken, set by Smagula, punched over by Vivars, dug out by 4, followed up by 24, and barely punched over by 14. Taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars, another spike, is deflected and taken by 24, followed up by 11. Bumped over by 14, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars, the third try, blocked, recovered by Purdue, set by Smagula. Long spike from Jilek. Jilek gets the kill on try number 4. Brookline just kept hammering away at that one. One failed kill after the next, but then finally Cam Jilek with his 5th kill of the day. Vivars the serve, taken by 10, set by 24, bumped over by 4, taken by Tomer, and on 2 by Smagula, but he touched the net. Some kind of violation there on Alex Smagula as he tried to send that over on 2. And it is a 9-7 score. Number 14, the serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike from Purdue gets through the hands of the blockers. And Charlie Purdue has his 2nd kill of the day. Couple subs checking in. Liam Raybold and Odin Hiltz replacing Amir Tomer and Ellis Cowan. Serve from Hiltz. Sails long. No, it was deflected. It was deflected by Newton North. Odin Hiltz gets the ace. And now this serve is going to sail long. And And now subbing back in for Brookline is Amir Tomer, replacing Odin Hiltz. 11-8 now the score. Serve from number 5, dug out by Vivars, set by Smagula, spike by Raybold is blocked by 13. Newton North now within 2. Another serve from 5, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Purdue taps it over, and they could not block it. Kill number 3 for Charlie Purdue. As that block, didn't go off the fingertips right from the Tigers blockers, didn't go over the net, and it didn't deflect high enough for someone else to follow up. This serve taken by 11, set by 14, spike 18, drops in for a kill. Once again, we're seeing another close set so far here in set number 2, but we're only at the midpoint of this game. Either team could still break away at this point as this serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Quick spike from Purdue. Charlie Purdue finding his rhythm with his 4th kill of the day, his 3rd kill of this second set. That serve is going to sail long. 13-11 as number 24 subs back in for Newton North, replacing 18. And he'll be going on serve. Serve taken awkwardly by Tomer, followed up barely by Smagula, and Vivars could not punch it over. Tomer was determined to take that service receive on the open hand hit, and really he needed to go low and bump it. That serve going to go right into the net, though. And so Brookline takes it back. Substitution for the Warriors. Ellis Cowan returns to the court, replacing Liam Raybold. Amir Tomer now on serve. And that one is not going to be chased down. Ace number 3 for Amir Tomer. Another serve, this one dug out, followed up by 24, punched over by 10, received by Smagula, set by Tomer. Spike Jilek is blocked. Jilek barely recovers, but they could not fully recover, and Newton North gets the point there. Serve from 10, taken, set by Smagula, barely bumped over by Jilek, received by 11, set 24, and they could not get that one over. No one was in position. Like I said before, Newton North missing 2 of their best hitters, and you wonder if maybe that's messing up the rotations. Some players just not sure where to go when those guys aren't on the floor. Serve now from Jilek, taken by 11. Barely kept off the net and then punched over by 14, taken by Brookline, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars sails way long. (16-14), Brookline with a narrow lead. Number 11 on serve. It's taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, punched over by Purdue awkwardly. Taken by Newton North, set up. Spike from 14 is going to go for the kill. 1-point game here in the second set. Serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek goes right into the net. And that's going to tie things up at 16 apiece. Serve from 11 is straight into the net. And just like that, Brookline back in the lead and back on serve. Vivar's on serve. Sends it over, dug out by 11, followed up by 14, bumped over by 7. Taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Purdue, the spike is blocked, recovered by Tomer, but recovered wide. Tied back up at 17. Subbing back in for Newton North, I believe, is number 18. Serve from 14, barely somehow recovered and somehow punched over. How on earth? The service receive came off Tomer's hands wrong. Smagula dove for it to try and keep it alive, and then Purdue just kind of reached out and just punched it as best he could, and somehow it goes over the net cord for Purdue's 5th kill of the day. Hiltz on serve, taken by 11. And a point for Newton North as Brookline reached over the net. And we've got a new sub coming in for Brookline alongside Amir Tomer. I think... little bit of confusion about who's rotating in for Brookline, as it looks like seeing the floor for the first time today is going to be number 12, Gabe Nobrega, so long as they can figure out the exact logistics of this substitution. Okay, now we've got it. So indeed, Nobrega seeing the floor for the first time for Brookline at a pretty critical juncture, all tied up 18 apiece. Again, this set staying close. 5, the serve, sails long. 19-18. The Warriors lead. Smagula on serve. Subbing in for Newton North, number 4 replaces number 5. And that serve is going to miss wide from Smagula. The lefty's serves seeming to sort of veer down the line. You wonder if maybe he might want to bring his serves from the other side. As number 13 serves this one up and over, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek is going to go for a kill. 6 kills on the day for Cam Jilek. 3 in each set so far. Brookline the first to reach 20, but again, just a 1-point difference. Serve from Purdue, taken by 4, set by 14, spike 18, barely recovered off the deflection by Jilek, followed up by Nobrega, long roll shot by Purdue, taken by 11, set by 14, another spike from 18, almost kept alive, but not quite. Number 18 able to get some air on those spikes from the right side as he subs out now. Number 7 now on serve. And that one barely dug out, could not be followed up. Number 7 with a big ace there to put Newton North up by 1. Brookline just got kind of confused by that one, and a timeout is called. 21-20, Newton North leads here in the second set. And it's been nothing but back and forth, back and forth. You know, small runs here and there, but really nobody, you know, gathering any major taste of momentum here, as this is about as evenly matched as you're ever going to see. You know, you'll have matches where like one set will come down to a couple of points, but then you'll have another set where, you know, a team wins by like 8 or 10 points. I mean, that's just the way volleyball typically works, but this match so far has been nothing but down to the wire again and again and again. And we're seeing it again here in the second set. Back out of the timeout, number 7 on serve for the Tigers. Serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek sails well wide. (22-20), Newton North leads. This serve dug out by Tomer, followed up awkwardly by Smagula, punched over by Vivars, taken by 11, set by 7. Spike 14, drops down for a kill. Newton North now at the 23-20 lead, and the Tigers crowd loving that one. Another serve from 7, dug out by Vivars, taken by Smagula, and a spike from Jilek, deflected and recovered by 14, followed up by 7, spike from 10, another off the roof, and that could not be recovered. A kill from number 10. Newton North finding their momentum at just the right time. They've scored 5 straight points now, and they have set point here at 24-20. Serve from 7, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Roll shot from Vivars, taken by 11, set by 7, spike 14, and Smagula could not dig it out, and the Tigers end it with strong momentum, 25-20. The Tigers score the last 6 points of the set to take it and tie this one up at 1 set apiece. During this second set intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry saw a huge increase in demand for food assistance at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that number has remained steadily high ever since. The food pantry has been serving an average of 650 households each week, more than 4 times the rate of families served pre-COVID. Brookline Food Pantry is fighting the good fight against hunger in our community, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish Church at 210 Harvard Street in Brookline on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the food pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. You can also go to that website or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can volunteer or donate to the food pantry and help to feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5338. And as always, you can find all that information linked to the website and the phone number in the description section of this video down below. Unofficial stats for Brookline so far today. Cam Jilek with a team-leading 6 kills. Charlie Perdue with 5 kills and 2 aces. Kristaps Vivars with 5 kills. Amir Tomer with 3 aces, Ellis Cowan with 1 kill, and Liam Raybold with 2 blocks. So we'll see what kind of adjustments now Brookline wants to try and make, because the momentum has been flipped on its head. Newton North responded very well after losing that hard-fought first set. And they came through especially strong in that final stretch. Every single one of their spikes was landing with precision and power to the point there wasn't much Brookline could do to dig out of it. And that resulted in several consecutive kills to finish that set. Brookline, meanwhile, was struggling with that, and particularly they were struggling off the service receive to try and set things up properly for their 3-hit sequences. And it looks like we're going to see a different libero for Brookline in this set. Number 33, Andrew Bacon, donning the white jersey for Brookline here to start the 3rd set. Number 14, the serve for Newton North, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, long spike Purdue. And even before the kill landed, they gave the point to Brookline. That was a little confusing, but it is 1-0 Brookline. Alex Smagula now on serve. Sends this one over, taken by 11, set by 14, punched over by 4, taken by Smagula, barely followed up, and they could not get it over. You know, sometimes that just happens. A ball goes right into no man's land, and all the other players are thinking, oh, it's not near me, I'll get set for the play. And in the meantime, nobody goes after the ball. Yes. Where is it? 1 second. Okay. This serve taken by Bacon, followed up, and then a spike from Purdue is dug out by 11, set by 14, spike by 18, goes for another kill. Number 18 getting hot on his spikes here at the midpoint of this match. Search my full name on YouTube. You'll find the channel. You'll find the stream. Thank you. No problem. 2-1, the Newton North lead. Number 5 on serve, and his serve goes right into the net. Tied up at 2 apiece. Charlie Purdue on serve for Brookline. The serve taken by 11, set by 14, spike from 10, sails long. And this serve from Purdue goes into the net and gives it right back to the Tigers. The serve taken by Bacon, followed up by Vivars, punched over by Jilek, and Jilek drops it in the bucket for another kill. 7 kills so far today from Cam Jilek. And now as Bacon briefly subs out, Nobrega on serve for the first time, and his serve sails. Four apiece here in set number 3 as Nobrega subs out and Bacon returns to the floor. Number 7 on serve for the Tigers. Taken awkwardly by Bacon, followed up by Smagula. Roll shot from Jilek, taken by number 7. set by number 11. Spike by 14. Right to the face, could not be dug out as the Tigers take a 5-4 lead. Serve from number 7, dug out by Purdue, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars is recovered. Taken again by Purdue, set again by Smagula. Spike Jilek this time. 8 kills for Cam Jilek so far today. Jilek the serve, dug out by 11, followed up by 7, punched over by 10, and it gets through the blocker's hands. Newton North back on top, 6-5. Serve from 10, taken by Bacon, followed up by Purdue, bumped over by Jilek. Received, set by 7, spike from 4 goes right into the net. All knotted up at 6. Vivars on serve. And his serve will go long. Once again, so important just to get your serves in and give your team a chance to win the point. Number 11, the serve, taken by Bacon. Set by Smagula. Spike Purdue goes through the blockers and could not be. Wait, this is still live. Oh my gosh, they got it over somehow. That spike is dug out by 10, set by 7, spike 14. Newton North gets the point, and Brookline cannot believe it. They thought for sure Newton North had hit it 4 times. But no whistle was blown. Serve from 11 is taken. Spiked on 2 by Alex Smagula, and that one lands. Alex Smagula with his first kill as a setter. Gabe Nobrega subbing back in for Brookline as Andrew Bacon going on serve. Serve comes in high and it's taken by 4, set by 7. Long spike drops in the corner. Well placed by number 14. Brookline thought for sure that was going to sail, and so they watched it go, but then it dropped right in the perfect spot in the corner. 9-7, the Newton North lead. Number 18 back on the floor as number 14 serves, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike Purdue. No deflection, it just sails long. This serve taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike by Purdue, goes for the kill. That one looked like it might have just barely come off of Purdue's fingertips, maybe not the power he wanted for it. But as a result, it came in, I think, at a trajectory Newton North wasn't expecting, and so they weren't able to receive it properly. 6 kills now for Purdue in this match. Spike from 18, and 18 with another powerful kill. Newton North may be missing its top 2 hitters today, 1 to injury and 1 to vacation, but number 18 has been putting up a very strong performance with his spikes for the Tigers today. 11-8, the Newton North lead. Number 5 serve, recovered awkwardly, followed up by Jilek, punched over by Purdue, taken by 11, set by 14, spiked by 18, sails long. Oops, put that one on the wrong side. There we go. 11-9. Number 4 subs back in for 5 on Newton North's side. Purdue the serve. Taken by 10, set by 14. Quick spike from 13, goes wide. Serve from Purdue, taken by 11, set by 14, spike 18, dug out by Purdue, set by Smagula, spike Jilek, deflected, recovered by 14, followed up by 11, roll shot from 10, taken by Bacon, barely kept alive, they can't get it over. Number 13 setting up for the serve. Taken by Bacon. Set. Spike by Vivars. Kristaps Vivars. His first kill in a little bit, but he has now got 6 today. Nobrega back on serve for the Warriors. Taken by 4. Set by 14. Quick spike right into the net from 15. The set just wasn't high enough for the quick hit there. And we're all tied at 12. Another serve from Nobrega, taken by 11. Set by 14, punched over by 18. Well placed by number 18. Number 7 subs back in for number 18 to take the serve. Serve taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, spike Jilek. Cam Jilek bringing the power all day for Brookline. That is his 9th kill of the match. 13 all here in set number 3. Jilek serve, an ace from Cam Jilek now. Brookline up 14-13. Serve from Jilek, sails long. Tied up once again, 14-14. Number 10 on serve for Newton North. Taken by Bacon, over the net though, and it's sent back on 1 by 15. Service receive has been a bit of a struggle for Brookline throughout this match, and you saw a struggle there. That serve received by Vivars, set by Smagula, spike by Vivars. Dug out off the ceiling, and they kept it alive and sent it over. Taken by Purdue and tapped right back in their face, but Brookline keeps it alive. Roll shot from Vivars, sails wide. Both teams scrapped to stay in that point for as long as they could. Number 10, serve taken, set by Smagula, spike Vivars, and that one came off the blocker's hands at just the wrong angle that it could not be followed up. 7 kills now today for Kristaps Vivars. And he goes back on serve with his team trailing by 1. Taken by 10, set by 7, spike 14. Brookline's trying to keep it alive. Vivars chased it down. Smagula bumps it over. Taken by 11, set by 7. Another spike from 14, and that one drops through for a successful kill. Good hustle by Brookline to stay in that point, but Newton North executed on 2 good spikes in a row to secure that point. Number 11 on serve. Taken by Bacon. Followed up by Smagula, punched over by Jilek, taken by 7, set by 11, spike 14. Jilek tried to keep it alive. Vivars trying to keep it alive, sends it over the backboard, and it's bumped over by Smagula. Taken by 11, set by 7, spike by 4, dug out by Bacon, punched over on 2 by Smagula. And Alex Smagula gets that point for Brookline. Bacon on serve. Dug out, followed up by 7. Spike by 14, could not be dug out. Wait, Brookline was trying to say it was still in play because it ricocheted off of something. But no, they stick with it being Newton North point. Serve goes right into the net and gives it right back to Brookline. Serve from Smagula, drops in, dug out by 11, 14 to 18, 18. I can't tell if he was, yeah, no, he was not blocked. They say it went off the net, which is why it was a 4th hit for Newton North, which is why it's a point to Brookline, 18 all. Smagula the serve. It's taken, sent over on 1, sent right back down by Jilek. 10 kills for Cam Jilek, and Brookline's got a 19 to 18 lead. Smagula's serve, taken by 11, set by 14, spike by 4, deflected, taken by Jilek, set by Smagula. Purdue taps it over, dug out by 14, followed up by 11, punched over by 4, and he sent it right between the defenders to tie us up at 19 apiece. These two teams refuse to give us a boring set. Everyone has to be a down-to-the-wire entertainment fest here at the gym at Newton North. Number 5 now on serve for the Tigers. This one taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, spike Jilek! Another laser from Cam Jilek. He's got 11 kills today. Serve from Purdue, taken by 11, set by 14, tapped, blocked back by Nobrega, but it is recovered. Now Nobrega takes it, set by Smagula, spike by Vars is blocked. Number 18 got the block on that one, and we're all knotted up at 20. These two teams have wound up tied at 20 every single set so far. That's how close this has been. Serve from 13, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, tapped over by Vivars, recovered by 14, followed up by 4, spike from 10, blocked by Nobrega, recovered by 18, set by number 10, bumped over by 4, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, spike Jilek, recovered by 4, followed up by 18, tapped back down by Jilek. "12 kills now for the senior, and Brookline up 21 to 20. Nobrega the serve, and an ace from Nobrega. The senior, in his first varsity season, delivers with a big ace there as a timeout is called. Brookline leads 22 to 20 here in the third set. Remember, folks, if you are enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I'll be back on the volleyball court on Thursday for Brookline's home match against Natick. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel can help. And of course, any comments you would like to give, I encourage you to give them in the live chat. You know, I feel like There is so much that could be said about this match so far, but at the same time, I do feel like it kind of speaks for itself. Nobrega the serve, taken by 4. Over on 1 and back down on 1 by Ellis Cowan. Cowan with his second kill. Brookline 2 points away from going up 2-1. Another serve from Nobrega over the net court, but dug out somehow by 4. Punched over by 11. Taken by Nobrega. Set by Smagula. Spike Jilek. Dug out by 14. Followed up by 11. Punched over by 18. Blocked right back by 18. Recovers. Followed up by 14. Bumped over by 10. Taken now by Purdue. Set by Jilek. Quick tap over by Cowan. Ellis Cowan with a couple of big points late. And another timeout called. Stats so far for Brookline. Cam Jilek leading the way offensively with 12 kills and 1 ace. Charlie Purdue with 6 kills and 2 aces. Kristaps Vivars with 7 kills. Ellis Cowan now with 3 kills. Amir Tomer with 3 aces. Liam Raybold with 2 blocks. Alex Smagula with 1 kill, and Gabe Nobrega and Odin Hiltz with 1 ace each. Again, these stats are unofficial. Obviously, the team recording the official stats in terms of, kills and blocks and aces, and also able to record assists and digs as well, which is something I'm not able to keep track of while also calling the game. But a big point coming up here. Brookline with set point. 24-20. Nobrega's serve goes long. This set is not over as Andrew Bacon subs back in for Brookline, replacing Nobrega. And number 7 subs in for 18 on Newton North side, and 7 will take the serve. Taken by Bacon awkwardly, and that's going to be an ace for number 7. This set is not over, folks. 24-22. Serve taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Vivars ends it! The thunderclap from Kristaps Vivars, his 8th kill of the match. And Brookline takes set number 3 by a final score of 25-22. Two to 1, Brookline leads Newton North. Again, it is first to 3 sets wins the match. So if Brookline wins the next set, the match is over and they win. But if Newton North wins the next set, then we go to a 5th set, which will be first to 15. And with the way these two teams are playing, your guess is as good as mine as to who could possibly take this next set, because neither team is giving the other an inch. I'm going to take a brief break off the mic for a bit of a water break between sets, but I'll be right back with the 4th set. You better stay tuned. All right, back on the mic for the fourth set of this thrilling high school varsity boys volleyball match between the Brookline High Warriors and the Newton North High Tigers. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you for tuning in, folks, to what has been an awesome game so far. And I see our resident Brookline superfan, Yuli Burstein, in the live chat. The very simple let's go. Always happy to see you tuning in, Yuli. So far, Brookline took it's alternated back and forth. Brookline took the first set 25-23. Newton North took the second set 25-20. Brookline took the third set 25-22. Literally, the two teams have scored the exact same number of points through the first three sets. Here we go, set number 4. Serve from Smagula, taken by 11, set by 14. Spike from 18. It sails long, no deflection. Number 18 has been bringing some powerful spikes for Newton North throughout the day, but that one just sailed. Serve dug out by 11, set by 14. Spike from 4, deflected, taken by Vivars. Set by Smagula. Spike Purdue. Placed perfectly by Charlie Purdue for his 7th kill of the day. Brookline with an early 2-0 advantage. Smagula off the net court, but dug out by 11. Taken by Vivars. Set by Smagula. Spike from Jilek goes into the net. Just needed a little more height on that set, I think, or maybe a slightly earlier jump from Jilek. Jilek's been having a great match so far for Brookline. 12 kills and 1 ace, but that one just did not work. Number 13 now on serve for Newton North. Over it goes. Taken by Bacon. Set by Smagula. Punched over by Jilek. Taken by 10. Set by 14. Spike 18. And number 18 gets another kill. Two to two here in the fourth set. This serve taken by Bacon. Set by Smagula. Spike Purdue misses wide. Newton North now with 3 straight points. 13, another serve. Taken by Bacon. Set by Smagula. Spike Jilek is blocked. 18 and 15 on the blocking efforts there for the Tigers. And it's a 4-2 score now in favor of Newton North. This serve is going to sail. So Brookline gets a free one there, and they go back on serve, trailing by 1. Purdue sends it over, taken by 4, set by 14, spike 15, deflected, dug out by Smagula, followed up by Bacon, bumped over by Jilek, and it goes wide. And number 7 subs in for number 18 for the Tigers as he takes over on serve. This one taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek could not be blocked this time. 13 kills now for Cam Jilek. Brookline still trails by 1. Gabe Nobrega on serve. This serve taken by 11, set by 7. Spike 14 drops on the back line perfectly for the kill. Number 5 now subs in for number 4 for Newton North as he takes over on serve. 6-4, the Tigers lead. Taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars, dug out by 11. set by 7. This spike is going to sail long. Jilek now on serve, and his serve goes long. Number 11 now on serve. Dug out by Purdue, followed up awkwardly by Jilek, and Vivars could not punch it over. Just complete confusion on Brookline's side on that one. 8-5, the Newton North lead. Serve from 11, taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Quick spike from Cowan is off the net. Oops, wrong way on that one. There's been a couple of just missed timings on the set and the spike for Brookline here in this fourth set. Number 11, the serve goes long. Brookline trailing by 3. And we've got a whistle disturbing that attempted serve briefly, but now we're properly getting set. Vivars the serve, taken by 4, set by 7. Spike 14 drops in perfectly for the kill. Ten to 6 the lead. Number 18 subs back in for 7. Serve from 14, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike Purdue off the net cord, but it's dug out and somehow Newton North gets it over. Taken by Jilek, set by Smagula. Another spike from Purdue. This one lands for the kill. 8 kills now for Charlie Purdue. Ten to 7 is the Newton North lead. Andrew Bacon on serve for the Warriors. This one taken by 11, set by 14, spike 18, deflected. And I think Vivars might have not realized that was deflected as he just let that one go, but number 18 with another kill. 11 to 7, the Newton North lead. Number 10 now on serve for the Tigers. This one taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, and bumped over somehow by Nobrega. But now punched over by 18, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Long spike from Jilek goes into the net. So again, oops, put that one on the wrong side again. My fault. 12 to 7, the Newton North lead. As again, we see some miscommunication between setter and hitter for Brookline. We've seen that a few times here in this set. Serve over by 10, taken by Bacon, sets Smagula, spike Nobrega, timed perfectly that time. Gabe Nobrega with his first kill of the day. Serve now from Smagula, taken by 4, set by 14, and this time Newton North had the miscommunication. Slightly mishit on the set there, and it's now 12 to 9. Smagula's serve taken by 11, set by 14, spike 18, deflected. Brookline keeps it in play, bumped by Smagula, bumped over by Nobrega. Taken now by, I think, 10, set by 14, spike by 4, drops on the line. (13-9), now the Newton North lead as they've maintained a slight advantage for much of this fourth set so far. Number 13 now setting up to serve for the Tigers. This serve taken by Vivars, a little too close to the net. And a point for Brookline. Newton North reached over. Brookline gets a bit of a break there. That serve receive definitely didn't go where they wanted it to, but it managed to draw the Newton North player's hands over the net to secure the point. Purdue the serve, taken by 10, set by 14. 18 taps it over, but he taps it over illegally. Back-to-back violations by the Tigers cut their lead in half. 13-11 is now the score here in set number 4. Purdue the serve, taken by 4, sent over on 2 by 14, sent right back on 1 by Vivars. Newton North setting up again, and it's just going to have to be bumped over by 18. Taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, punched over by Nobrega, but kept alive by 11. Now bumped over by 14. Taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Vivars, the spike, sails wide. Great defensive efforts by Newton North, especially by the libero, number 11, to keep that one alive long enough for Brookline to make a mistake. 14-11, the Tigers lead. Number 7 now on serve. And that one goes just long. Nobrega now on serve. This one taken by 4, set by 7. Spike 14 goes right off the face of Smagula for another kill. (15-12), the Newton North advantage. Serve from number 5, taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, tapped over by Cowan, and tapped right back on 2 by 14, and that's going to go for another kill. (16-12). Serve from number 5, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Roll shot from Jilek, and an illegal hit from Brookline is going to give another point to Newton North. This is the largest lead we've seen in a good bit here in this match. 17-12, Newton North leads as a timeout is called. Newton North finding its rhythm here in the fourth set. Brookline kind of losing its rhythm here in this set. Making a lot of mistakes on their exchanges. Their execution has got to be more crisp than that if they're going to get back in this one. We'll see what kind of adjustments the teams have made out of that timeout. Newton North up 5 here in the fourth set. Brookline up 2-1. Number 5 sends it over, taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Spike, another kill for Cam Jilek. That is exactly what you want to see coming out of the timeout when your team has been having trouble executing on their sets. It's a play like that. Jilek now on the serve, taken by 10 and followed up a little too awkwardly. And now 17-14. Another serve from Jilek, taken by 11, set by 7, spike 14, misses long. Brookline, 3 straight points right out of the timeout. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. This serve taken by 11, set by 7, spike by 10, deflected and goes right through the hands. Newton North breaks the scoring streak at 3. And they go back on serve with number 11. This serve deflected off the backboard, but Smagula takes it and it's spiked over by Vivars, but long. Those are the kind of wild things you see in high school volleyball. They got to use basketball courts, which means every once in a while you're going to see a ball bounce off the basketball backboard, and that's technically still a legal play. 11 serve deflects off the fingertips of Bacon, and they're going to call an illegal double hit either on Bacon or Smagula on that one. And just like that, 20-15, now the lead for Newton North. Serve taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, awkwardly tapped over by Vivars, but that hits the pole. That's going to be an illegal hit. This is going to be the first set where the teams were not knotted up at 20 apiece at some point, as Newton North has held its advantage here. Number 9, Amir Tomer checking back into the game for Brookline, replacing Kristaps Vivars. This serve taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, spike by Tomer goes right into the net. 22-15. The Tigers now lead. The set's not over yet, but it looks like we are on our way to a 5th set, as number 11 serving here. Taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, spiked by Cowan, taken by 4, set by 7, spiked by 14, deflected, kept alive, sent over on 2 by Smagula, but dug out by 11, followed up by 7, spike, tap over by 14, dug out by Bacon and sent over on 1, taken by 10, set by 7, punched over by 14, taken by Jilek, set by Smagula, spike by Tomer, went off the pole again, and that's going to be a point to Newton North. The Tigers 2 points away from sending this one to a 5th set as Brookline calls timeout. Unofficial stats for Brookline so far: Cam Jilek with 14 kills and 1 ace. Charlie Purdue, 8 kills and 2 aces. Kristaps Vivars with 8 kills. Amir Tomer with 3 aces. Ellis Cowan with 3 kills. Gabe Nobrega with 1 kill and 1 ace. Liam Raybold with 2 blocks. Alex Smagula, 1 kill. Odin Hiltz, 1 ace. And, you know, obviously you never give up on a set or anything like that, but if you're Brookline at this point, you know, you got to say, we're just going to get as many points as we can, build momentum, get our execution back in order so we can carry that momentum into the 5th and final set, assuming that Newton North finishes the job here. Checking in for the first time for Brookline is number 2, Eli Traub. Serve from 11, taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Long spike from Jilek, taken by 4, set by 7, spike from 10. Think it went off the net there, and it did. 23-16, and now Traub is going to go on serve for the Warriors. Taken by 4, set by 7. The spike from 14 is deflected. Oh, but miscommunication on the follow-up. And that gives Newton North set point. Serve from 14. Drops on the line for an ace. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into a 5th set for all the marbles. The 4th set goes to Newton North, 25-16. And we are going into a 5th set. Again, a reminder, this 5th set is going to be a little different. It is 1st to 15 instead of 1st to 25. It is still win by 2. So he could still see the score go all the way up to 25, but only if it remains within a 1-point difference between the two teams as they go. But boy, what a match so far, and really, what a dominant set from Newton North there in the 4th set when compared to the other 3. Like I said, the first 3 sets all had, at one point, a tie at 20 apiece. And through the first 3 sets, the two teams had actually scored an equal number of points. Both teams had scored exactly 70 points through the first 3 sets. So that 9-point win by Newton North there in the 4th set makes up the entire total point differential between the two teams as we get ready for a 5th and decisive set. Again, remember, if you're enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. It's certainly been a thrilling one so far. And it'll be interesting to see what the final act has in store for us in this upcoming 5th set. So it'll be interesting to see how Brookline tries to adjust their game after a tough 4th set that time. You know, execution was just really off the mark for a lot of that set for the Warriors. You know, they are playing with a relatively young team, a lot of young players taking very critical roles. You know, Alex Smagula, the primary setter for the team, he's a freshman. You know, he's got plenty of years of volleyball experience under his belt, but this is his first year playing varsity ball. And then we look at other freshmen who have gotten big amounts of playing time, like Amir Tomer and Liam Raybold. And, of course, Andrew Bacon and Kristaps Vivars, both sophomores. There's plenty of underclassmen on Brookline's side. And we've seen them rotate between a few different players, trying to find just the right combination for a winning formula. But, of course, you got to give props to Newton North. Without their two best hitters, they are still giving it quite the fight here at their home gym. Two teams back out on the floor. One set to decide it all. First to 15, win by 2. Newton North will have the first serve, and it will be number 14. Here we go. Serve taken by Bacon, sent over on 2 by Smagula. Barely dug out, and number 11 pops it over the net. Taken by Brookline, set, and a whiff on the quick spike. For a brief second, it looked like Brookline had the point on that on-2 hit by Smagula, but instead, a whiffed spike gives Newton North the first point. This serve taken by Bacon, followed up awkwardly by Purdue, punched over by Smagula, taken by 13, set by 14, spike 18. It was blocked, and now it's sent over by Smagula. That time, Smagula gets the kill, his second of the day. One apiece as Brookline now goes on serve, and it will be Smagula. Taken by number 4, set by 14, sent over awkwardly by 4, deflected, recovered by Nobrega, set by Smagula, spike Purdue, deflected, recovered by 18, set by 14, spike 18, blocked but wide. Two to 1, the Newton North advantage as number 5 subs in to take the serve. This serve taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, tapped over by Purdue, taken by 11, set by 14, spike 13, blocked by Nobrega, but recovered by 11, set by 14, spike 18, deflected, and taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Awkward spike from Jilek, taken by 11, set by 14, spike 10, is dug out, but wide. Three to 1, the Newton North lead here in the 5th set. Number 5 back on serve for the Tigers. And that serve goes long. Warriors go back on serve as number 4 subs back in for Newton North, replacing number 5. Purdue the serve, taken by 11, set by 14, spike 10, blocked! Cam Jilek. What a monstrous day for Cam Jilek. 14 kills and now 1 ace and 1 block as Brookline ties it up at 3 apiece. Serve misses long. Newton North back on serve off the serving error. Number 13 to send it over. The serve taken by Purdue, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek, taken by 4, set by 14. Tapped over by 18, but he touched the net. That set just a little too close to the net. 18 tried to adjust his hit, but too much momentum with his body, and he touches the net and gives the point to Brookline. Nobrega now on serve. Taken by 4, set by 14. Spike 18, deflected, and they could not dig it out. 5-4 Newton North as Bacon comes back on the floor, replacing Nobrega. And for Newton North, number 7 comes onto the floor for 18 to take the serve. The serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Spike Jilek, dug out by 7, followed up by 11. Spike could not be blocked, but it is kept alive, and they made it the net again. It's still live. No, it isn't. They gave the point to Newton North. They called a double hit on Brookline. Seven the serve, misses wide. Good watch by Brookline as they get back within 1. And Jilek serve off the net court, dug out by 10. Taken by Jilek, but too far, and it's sent back over by 15. Bit of a missed opportunity there for Brookline, as I think Jilek wasn't ready for that ball to come his way, and so his hit ended up too close to the net and ended up going over. This serve taken by Purdue, set by Smagula, spiked by Traub is blocked. Traub recovers, taken by Smagula, and it's sent into the net. And now after the first 13 points, the two teams switch sides. Newton North with an 8-5 lead. Again, it is 1st to 15 here in this 5th set. The winner of this set will win the match. I'm getting flashbacks to last year's match at Tappan Gym in Brookline, which also had to go 5 sets. For those of you who follow my live streams, you might remember that game. That was another epic one between these two teams. Number 10 will be on serve for the Tigers. Officials talking with the scorers table briefly. Not sure what this long pause is for. They're clearing up something. Okay, now it looks like we're set to go. Serve from 10, deflected by Purdue, followed up by Bacon, pushed over by Smagula. Taken again by 10, set by 7, spike 14, drops down perfectly for the kill. 9-5, the Newton North advantage, and a timeout is called by Brookline. Newton North now with a 4-point advantage, and they are 6 points away from winning the match. Unofficial stats for Brookline so far. Cam Jilek with 14 kills, 1 ace, and 1 block. Charlie Perdue with 8 kills and 2 aces. Kristaps Vivars with 8 kills. Amir Tomer with 3 aces. Ellis Cowan, 3 kills. Gabe Nobrega, 1 kill, 1 ace. Alex Smagula, 2 kills. Liam Rabel, 2 blocks. Odin Hiltz, 1 ace. Out of the timeout, number 10 still on serve for the Tigers. This serve is somehow kept alive, but can they get it over? Yes, they can! Number 11 takes it, then 7, spiked by 4, deflected, and that's going to go to Newton North anyway. A valiant effort by Brookline to stay in the point after a tough service receive. But ultimately, Newton North followed it up perfectly, and they now lead 10-5. Serve taken by Perdue, set by Smagula. Tap is blocked, and they could not recover it. It was either number 14 or 15 on that block for Newton North, and now they are up 11-5 as Amir Tomer checks back into the game for Brookline. Newton North is now closer to winning the match than Brookline is to tying this set. Serve taken by Tomer, awkwardly followed up by Smagula, pushed over by Vivars, and they call a double hit on Brookline. Brookline just running out of gas here in the finale. 12-5, the Newton North lead. Serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula, spike by Traub, deflected and taken by 11, set by 7, spike 14, another kill for 14. Newton North 2 points away from winning this match. This serve taken by Tomer, followed up by Smagula. Long spike by Jilek is going to sail long. 14-5. Newton North has scored 8 straight points. It might just be the longest point streak of the day, and now it's got them on the doorstep of the match. Serve by 10. Dugout, followed up, and they cannot get it over. And that will end it. The final score, the Newton North Tigers 3 sets, the Brookline High Warriors 2. Final set scores, Brookline won the first 25-23, Newton North won the second 25-20, Brookline won the third 25-22, Newton North won the fourth 25-16, and then Newton North took the fifth one as well, 15-5. Hats off to both teams for a fantastically played match here today. Brookline just kind of ran out of gas there in the fourth and fifth sets. Credit to Newton North playing without 2 of their best hitters. They found guys who could produce with their spikes, guys like number 18 and number 14 especially. And credit to Brookline as well. You know, they are asking some of their younger guys to play some very big roles, and they're still trying to, kind of trying to figure out their, their best rotation as they were subbing some guys in and out throughout the day. But they put up a fight, and you feel like if this team continues to build and gain some more experience, then they'll gain that veteran's ability to last throughout the marathon of these long 5-set matches and not falter down the stretch. So there's props to be had for both teams. And Von Zella Bryant has said it well. Good effort, Brookline. Good job, Newton North. final unofficial stats for Brookline. Again, these are just stats that I took. They're not the official marks. Some of them might be slightly off. Cam Jilek with 14 kills, 1 ace, and 1 block. Charlie Purdue, 8 kills and 2 aces. Kristaps Vivars with 8 kills. Amir Tomer with 3 aces. Ellis Cowan with 3 kills. Alex Magula with 2 kills. Liam Raybold with 2 blocks. Gabe Nobrega with 1 kill and 1 ace. And Odin Hiltz with 1 ace. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this high school varsity boys volleyball live stream. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I'm going to be out at the baseball diamond tomorrow as the Brookline High baseball team will be on the road against Needham for a 4 o'clock game. But then I'll be back on the volleyball court on Thursday, back on the campus of Brookline High School, as the Warriors will be hosting the Red Hawks of Natick High School for a 4 p.m. home match. So be sure to stay tuned for those upcoming games. Subscribing to the channel can help. If there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the comment section down below after the live stream is concluded. One last note in the live chat from Vonzella Bryant. Thank you, Jesse. You made it fun. Thank you very much. You guys in the live chat helped make it fun as well. And of course, be sure to go down to the description section of this video where you can find the website and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Food Pantry. Find out how you can help to feed your community. You can also check out at the bottom right corner of your screen the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sportscasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. And you'll also see in the bottom right corner, you'll see my email address and the URL to my Instagram account. You can just email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And you can follow me on Instagram, where I sometimes post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. Final score, Newton North wins 3 sets to 2, 23-25, 25-20, 22-25, 25-16, 15-5. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Newton North High School in Newton, Massachusetts. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.